Send her a message. What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Moochie and your boy, it's your homie Moochie and your boy Lamont. We are here to entertain you guys with a hot ass episode of P Valley Season 2, Episode 4. And I mean lube and things was getting plugged left and right, if you know what I'm saying. And ladies and gentlemen, that Mercedes and the coach's wife scene, boy, talk about chocolate cake with chocolate chips in the middle. That scene was everything. And you know we got to talk about the scene where Little Murder went and he wiped this boy down, pulled out the damn petroleum jelly, and got to drilling for oil. We got to talk about all that. Joining me first tonight is the homegirl Moochella. Moochella, talk to the people.
What's up? Listen, I'm going to just put this out here. He was throwing a tantrum like a chick, Big Teak, and Lil Murder gave him that warm bottle of milk to put him down. Got that warm bottle of milk.
Moochie. He put him down, all right. He sure did put him down. Did you see the way Big Tick was grabbing that damn sheets on the bed? I mean, he was grabbing the sheets more tighter than I've seen some females grab the sheets. What Little Murder was doing to him, he was murdering the orphans, Moochie, and Teak loved every minute of it. And we're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen, so just sit back, get your popcorn ready. We're going to have special guests popping in and popping out, and we're going to make this thing fun. Moochie, let's start out with a little B-roll, as we always do when we do these reviews, to show the people a little bit of what happened and what we're talking about. Here we go. Moochie. Moochie, you're a mother, correct?
Yes.
Have you ever taken a condom in your mouth and done the things Little Murder had that brother do?
Yes. Yes.
Could you hear my wife in the background? Come in here, honey. Come in here, honey, and say what you just said.
Yes.
They can't see you, honey. So if you make it, can't anybody see you. Come to the microphone. Yeah. Just come and say that again. Come right here to the microphone so people can hear what you got. Oh Lord, she don't want to come to the microphone, y'all. I tried.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be scared now, Crystal.
And Moochie, you got all the women in here talking. It was like, oh boy, Lamont in trouble. Somebody said, no, Moochie. Mara, the homegirl in here said, bring your cute self to the mic, talking about the wife. She won't come. And then we got a few people that was uncomfortable. Moochie, you read the tea leaves because you keep your ears close to the streets. There was a lot of people, in particular men, that was very upset about that love scene.
But they wasn't offended when the woman scene happened first, right? So I'm calling double standards. I'm throwing down my card, double standard.
That's true. But here's the problem, Moochie. Some men felt like they gave a good critique of why they didn't like it and was ridiculed. And what would you say in response to the men who gave a good critique, who are not homophobic, but still got bashed for being homophobic?
I feel like I could have did without the scene. I'm being honest. I could have did without the scene. And I understand how some men feel that was a bit too much for them. It was a bit too much for them. It was a bit too graphic. I had one of my friends said that it looked like soft porn. So I understand. I'm not homophobic,
but Moochie, what happened with Coach Wife and Mercedes was just about as graphic, except for I think the issue here is Moochie, and we've talked about this before, Moochie. When two women come together, it doesn't feel as visceral as two men. When two women come together, it's more like, oh, it's cute. They're hugging, they're kissing. We're kind of used to that. It's soft.
And
but when men come together, Moochie, it becomes something penetrative. It becomes something vulgar. It becomes something overtly harsh. But Moochie, both scenes were pretty steamy. So talk to me about that double standard you're saying that we have going on out there.
And I feel like it's a double standard because I had to talk to some of my fellow friends, my guy friends that I know, and they was like, when you, it's different. Yeah, no, it's different when it's two women. It's different when it's two women because they feel like they have a chance of being in the middle with them too. Look, I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger.
But there are women that love Little Murder. There are women that love Little Murder, Moochie, and probably would have loved it got between him and Big Tweak. And now we know why they call him Big Tweak.
I can't wait till they get rid of him.
What?
I just want him to go.
Get rid of him?
I just want him to go. He's just too much trouble, and I feel like he's detrimental to the whole crew, and somebody really gonna be riding back in that hearse. That's all I'm gonna say.
So Moochie, I did my trailer review last week, and I got several things right. Number one, I told y'all that this smash was about to happen. But number two, Moochie, I warned y'all Andre's wife had a little something upstairs with her before Dre got home and started trying to act like Ike Turner. So we're gonna jump on that right here, right next. Let me go find the pictures, honey. Let me go find them pictures.
Well, you was wrong about him hitting her. He didn't touch her.
I didn't say he hit her.
You said he might.
I said he might. And I said for sure he threw that vase. And he did throw the vase. He threw the vase, Moochie, but did you hear the conversation surrounding the guy that was in the house? Did you hear?
So that's even worse because he got her here. You understand? It's different when a man could separate the difference with cheating. They could separate their feelings unless they got a history together. They could bang any broad unless like the situation with Ghost, they had a history, right? But with this one, that's the one that got away to her parents, and it's probably because they're going through a rough trial now. That's the one that got away with her. And as far as I'm concerned, I said this last night on Miss K's channel, Andre already checked out of that marriage.
So Moochie, I was gonna wait till Monique Nicole get up here because Monique Nicole told me, Lamont, are you going down the road of blaming the victim? And she was saying that when she was talking about Andre's wife, when I made the comment, Moochie, I said, could Andre be frustrated that he's not getting none from his wife because she's isolating, because she's got her job and he doesn't, and she's not giving him none, and that could be causing him to sink deeper into his depression. Monique Nicole basically jumped down my throat. Oh, speaking of Monique Nicole, look who we got here so I can address her to her face. Ladies and gentlemen, the sultry Monique Nicole has come to the building. I'm in the middle. I'm like the coach. I'm like the coach.
What I do now? What I do, Mooch?
I'm like the coach.
No, we was talking about the whole situation with Andre and Brittany. And I feel like he checked out of the marriage a long time ago.
I agree. I
feel like he checked out a long time ago. And if they wanted to get busy like that, she's a doctor. She could have came home with a damn COVID test both of them, and then they could have got it in. went up in that room and got it in.
Hey, you know how us men do. You could put gloves on our hands. You could put glove on our nose. Face down, butt up. Give us what we got. But I mean, don't act like we ain't just seen that last night.
And then she had the nerve to say, "Where's your mask?"
Now, when
Meanwhile, you was buffing the helmet of your coworker.
Listen, I damn near listen.
Wear your mask,
Andre. Wait, give me the camera. The people gotta see my face. Andre, your mask, bitch. You just had another man's in your mouth.
Word.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She was licking on the lollipop.
Wait a minute. Well, you know they both been tested together because dude's a doctor. They've been tested, so you know. But Monique Nicole, I was ragging on you because a while back I said to you, and you said to me, "Don't be victim blaming." That's what you told me when we had this discussion. I think week 2. I said, Monique, could the fact that Andre is not treating her properly, getting her damn almond milk, and sitting up there depressed because she hasn't been giving him draws, and the first thing out your mouth was, Lamont, are we really going to sit here and blame the victim?
I said, are we going to blame the woman? And I also said, how do we not know that she wasn't giving up the draws?
Well, you just seen it right here. She won't giving up nothing because she was too busy taking penis from Dante's Peak.
No, she was too busy taking the D's to the face. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Put some D's on them. Put them D's on them. That's what she's doing. So yeah, I'm waiting for my apology, Monique, because I read these things. Apologize.
What am I apologizing for?
For you are apologizing for questioning my intuition about these stories. Because I said to you, if her behavior was intuitive of giving Andre some draws, he would be more motivated to get her that milk. And obviously she won't give him the draws because she's too busy with her face in the kneecaps of Dante's Peak over here.
So my thing to that, because I don't mind apologizing, but my only thing is,
I'm just playing with you, by the way.
It was bucking, but this is the thing: we don't know if it was bucking or not. So, I mean,
what you mean? What they was about to?
No. I mean, Andre and his wife.
She's talking about Andre and Brittany.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, they wasn't. Not at all.
I don't think so. I think he checked out a long time ago.
Let me be fair. Let me be fair for the fellas. I want y'all to know I don't condone cheating. So I'm not rooting for the wife right now. I'm not. I think they both checked out of the marriage. Andre, maybe more than her, but they both at some point checked out the marriage. She crossed, it gets technical. A lot of people will say Andre cheated first because, again, he had phone sex with Haley. They was dry humping. I mean, that's cheating for a lot of people, right?
Technically.
At this point, they both have cheated. Now she went the ultimate, with. She went. Put it in your mouth.
I'm glad Andre got there before she started swallowing. Because boy, if he would have walked in while she was gurgling, he would look. He ain't even let Buddy get his clothes and go home.
Nah,
he sent Buddy out the house, butterball naked like a Hillshire Farm turkey. He said, "Get your ass up out of here, and you ain't coming back." Boy.
That was interesting.
Now there was more going on in this situation. Now, usually in these situations, you have it where the person who got caught cheating or got caught accosting a situation, there's some guilt involved, there's some sadness, there's usually some remorse. The minute that boy said, "I want to run for Mayor Chucalisa," she went from guilty remorse to angry, back on the attack.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna do that after you just got caught sucking the penis of the guy your family wanted you to be with forever in this man's house? When you done told this man you separating from him in your own house because you're trying to prevent COVID. That's why he couldn't get no draws.
Exactly.
And this is the thing. I don't know that many brothers that could like have engaged in a conversation with their wife like moments after this. I feel like most men would have had to leave the house before they, to cool off some steam. Like that was pretty effed up. So I mean, listen, the whole scene was a shit show, right? But I think it really was the whole Andre, your mask, everything.
That part, I'm still baffled with that. How you going to tell him to put on his mask and you had the next dude in there with his love muscle in your mouth?
Moochie, they've been COVID. They worked together, so they went through the same COVID.
Does that mean she could have brought home a test him as soon as he got off that plane, found out if it was positive or negative, and put his member in her mouth?
But I will say this:
she wants surgical members. She wants surgical members, Moochie. She don't want
he understands my pain. He almost got the life choked out of him. Andre went deaf and everything out of anger. Remember, I'll tell you, a man. Look, the other one was probably going deaf. They probably ain't even hear the thing because he was getting, his business, his member handled. So
Moochie.
Nobody heard the door unlock.
Right.
Nobody heard the door unlock.
The door was open. He yelled out her name.
He yelled out. You didn't hear that? So that means that dude was deaf because she was handling her business down there.
Right. Moochie, when men are going through those type of experiences, it's like we in the school of the deaf and blind. We don't see nothing. We can't hear nothing.
Blind for 3 seconds. When they bust.
Now, why the wife ain't hear nothing?
So look, it's 1, 2, 3. He ain't hear none of that. Brittany, I'm home. He ain't hear that. I'm home. She ain't hear that.
No, but
Brittany ain't hear.
Back to what you were saying before, as far as her being angry, right? I mean, I still think her reaction was just uncalled for, but I think her initial anger came from the fact that she told him last week or the previous episode that, hey, my dad possibly has a job for you. So in her eyes, it's like, you're turning down guaranteed money to chase, I guess, a random dream that had never been discussed. It seems probably impulsive, on her end. I'm not saying she should have ever shut him down. I feel like you should, always have faith in your spouse and support them in their dreams and aspirations. But I don't know. The whole thing is just, it's complicated. It's complicated. It's a lot. It's a lot. But she was out of line. That's for sure.
Well, I'm glad we seen her taking that shower because we know that she brings a whole lot more to the kneecaps than just a hot body in the shower. God bless you. God bless you, Kazan tight, Moochie. Kazan tight. Let me shout out the super chatters, man. We got William Lawrence came through with a big super chat. And we got DeMarcus Vaughn came through with a big super chat. And he says he believed Big Tweet will hurt Uncle Cliff. And that's something we're going to discuss because a bullet is going to be shot. Tweet going to shoot a bullet. But who's going to get the bullet? Could it be Little Murder? Could it be Haley? I don't think Uncle Cliff going to get the bullet, but somebody is going to get that bullet. And let me jump down here to Big Love Ron Mitchell coming through with a super chat. He says, Andre family near blocked out with that sleeper. He said Andre almost blacked out my man with the sleeper hole. He put the damn rooster on my boy. Had him about to be choked out. Better be glad he let him up out of there. So let's take this thing from the top. That was fun. Y'all are interesting. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to subscribe. We've got 350 of y'all on a Monday night. Wow, y'all are amazing. Y'all are great. We enjoy having you. You got me. I'm the coach. You got Mercedes, and you got the wife right here. And we're going to enjoy all the chocolate you want. But we might be adding a little bit of light skin in a few minutes.
We're going to add some caramel to the mix.
Yeah. If that's what your thing is, we're going to swirl this ice cream up.
I like some
real good.
I like
we're gonna swirl it up. We're gonna swirl. And Moochie, I've already sent it.
Look, I had
on
to
IG.
do the sneeze like the girl that shut down
right.
Speaking of which, let's talk about Miss Lauren, who was in there. Now, this chick worked for the Health and Human Services in Chucalissa, right? And she's in there spending more money than the men, taking women all back to the boom boom room. And you had that same girl that keep talking about she got allergies. Well, what she do? She sneezed on a bitch. Not any sneeze.
It was just
like
she
sneezed.
She
sneezed so close, my people, that it looked like somebody turned on a water faucet and was all in her face. And you know what Miss Lauren said? She was like, the hell with this. We shutting this bitch down. She went and grabbed the mic and she said she's going to shut it down.
Come on.
I would have whooped her ass.
I'm sorry. She took off that second mask. She's the fool. And she had rubber gloves on because she went back to the stage and got them jokers. She wanted to, when she got mesmerized? When she saw Whisper. Woo. It was like she was in a trance when she seen Whisper, yo.
Hey, look. She was like, Whisper scares the hell out of me on a weekly basis anyway. But Monique, I'm gonna come to you. I'm with Moochie. First of all, she let the stripper take off the first mask, and then I guess she thought that the stripper, she done heard them rumors. She done heard that them girls is in that strip club diversifying their income. She must have thought that this lady was gonna put lips on her. Monique Nicole, talk to me about Lauren, head of the Health and Human Services.
She is a trip. I mean, first of all, if she's so damn anal about it, she shouldn't have taken off both damn masks. She should have kept one on. That's on her. Now, what's her name? What's her name? The sneezing. I would have whipped her ass. I probably would have hit her like just out of like reflex because remember, I mean, first of all, forget COVID. It's nasty as hell. Someone sneezes in your face. Damn it, it's disgusting. You know what I mean? Like I learned years ago when I was taking biology that when someone sneezes, it travels so y'all.
Look, all I remember is the movie scene from Outbreak. That person that was way in the front, ha ha ha, and the droplets went in his mouth. Ew, no.
Yeah, so you add that natural human reaction plus COVID. Oh, I probably would have boom, bitch. Yeah, it probably would have been bad.
Now, I think she got the Rona.
Now, do you guys think Toy is responsible for this outbreak going on in Chucalissa?
Oh, the outbreak? No, she got allergies.
I call BS with that.
You really think that? I think she got COVID.
I call BS with that.
That was last season.
I call BS with that. I'll say it with my video. Plus, she farted on somebody else's lap the other night. She's disgusting. Gonna poot on somebody's lap.
So Moochie, you took the words right out of my mouth. I still ain't over this. I still ain't over Lauren. I feel like she's abusing her powers because, first of all, if you that scornful of COVID, why the hell is you out in the first place? That's number one. Number two, if you really that scornful of COVID, why are you letting her take your mask off? True. You wanted them booty claps. And when she was twerking, yes. And when she was twerking on you, you don't think she was drip dropping sweat all in your vaginal area, Miss Lauren? Now I know drip dropping sweat on your privates is totally different from inhaling somebody's inner fluids that could be COVID ridden. I get that. But you knew that there was a risk when you went in that private room with this girl. You saw her with her mask off. You ain't say nothing. You allowed her to pull off your mask. And then when she sneezed and it got on you, you called her attitude and start trying to pull rank.
He's definitely to blame for sure.
I'm gonna say something about Lauren.
Go ahead.
And this is what Stephanie Cosby said. She's a loyal customer. Yes, she's a loyal customer and she spends a lot of money. But the last time the Pink had like an incident, she was in the mix with that.
Yep.
So she's like a casualty. Not a casualty. She's detrimental to them. I wouldn't let her back in the club after this.
I don't even know how she still has her job, because last season wasn't she on a damn police chase?
Yes.
Yeah, because she stole a whole bunch of money and she went there tricking on the girls.
Right.
No, I know. But remember when she was like, remember the next morning she woke up, right? She fell asleep at the club. Clifford woke her up and kicked her out. That episode, she was caught driving, like speeding, and the police were chasing her. And she almost crashed into that building that Haley was in when she was trying to get the money and all that stuff. Right. I'm surprised she even got the job still. Her county government job.
They ain't figured out how crooked she is yet. But even with that, Cliff and them still got information on her. And with the information they got on her, I would have pulled rank on her and be like, B, you won't be coming in here spending no more money on my hoes no more until you rectify this situation right here. We got enough dirt on you. We can get your ass up out of here, because Cliff is in good with the sheriff. He's in good with the mayor. Cliff can get rid of this woman. But I think that this is the situation Cliff got with her. Have you guys ever heard the saying, the devil you know best is the devil you want to stay with? So they might be more worried that if they get another person, they might be legit about their business and really come down on them versus getting rid of Miss Lauren, who embezzles money and then come give it all to the pink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's a good and evil with her.
Right, definitely. But we ain't seen the last of this woman. We have not seen the last of her, because I'm glad you back in. Yeah, of course they have to. She spent too much money. Every time she steals from the federal government, she coming and giving it to the pink. She paying tuition.
Said she want to cash her stimmy.
Exactly.
She did say that.
She said, I want to blow my stimmy.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Love you guys. You're some of the best audiences on YouTube. I've been taking a little break, and you guys are still showing up. We almost at 400 on a Monday. I couldn't be more grateful. I am going to be going on vacation, but my wife has fully committed to not only are we going to take over and do the 2 weeks we're going to do these episodes, but we're also going to do the Shy, because some of you guys have been asking, and Crystal wants to do the Shy, so we're going to do that. And then when we get back, I'm going to have to figure out which one of these crew members would be willing to do the Shy on like a Tuesday night or something like that. We'll figure it out. We'll get it right. But please hit that like button. Let's move on. So I'm going to hit you with this one first, Moochie. That scary ass, and I do mean she's scary. Boy, I wouldn't touch her if I had Bill Cosby's penis. I wouldn't touch her. Standing here with Roulette, and somebody decides to tell Roulette, I hear you've been diversifying your income streams. Roulette caught an attitude and went over there, and I love how they played whoop that trick. All I could think about was Terrence Howard with that badass Jerry curl. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Hit him.
She get in the fight with this chick, and then Big L pulls her in the back room, has almost like a father-daughter conversation. Break this thing down for the people, Moochie.
Look, that fight was something else, y'all. He had to carry her out of that room, and she busted her face. She busted the homegirl's face.
Beat it up.
Look.
Well, if it's
not true, why are you so mad?
Moochie, if you go by what Roulette said, she got a mouth on her belly.
Yes, she did. I thought that was crazy.
Roulette wilding out, man. She wilding out. Go ahead, Moochie.
That scene was crazy. But look, I was there for the fight. They were sharing it to the ground. It was crazy. They were sharing the fight to the ground.
TikTok everywhere.
Everybody saw it. So, I mean, is it bad for business? I don't know. But is it good for business? Depends. It all depends. Because now we don't know who else knows about what happened and what the fight was actually about. This could be bad for the pink.
Could be. We saw Mississippi and Gidget watching the footage, seeing what was going down.
Exactly.
And they was saying that we glad we ain't there no more.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but they had some ratchet stuff going on with them too.
They did.
Mississippi Gidget wasn't there, but you know.
Was the pink always this get out? Yeah, bitch, it was, and your ass was there.
Her ass was part of it. She was part of the ghetto madness.
She was part of the Trinity. She was the bottom part of the Trinity with Mississippi on the top.
Mm-hmm. But now she too good.
See how your folks do? Jump on in there, Monique Nicole. The people want to hear what you got to say about Roulette and that scary woman beside her.
That was definitely a nuck if you buck moment. I mean, the thing is, Roulette definitely started the fight.
Definitely
started it. And she was just projecting, and she just took it out on that poor girl and whooped her ass. And this is my only thing, y'all. Always defend yourself. Always defend yourself. But baby, if you know you can't fight, you need to just kind of because that ass got whooped. But
you say guilt? That's why she went off on her like that.
That's why I said she's projecting. I'm saying it's her own guilty, it's her own guilty conscience. She's projecting. Because like Roulette started it. The girl didn't really start it. Roulette started it. And I felt like, guilty conscience. She was just projecting onto the girl. And unfortunately, she got her ass whooped. But what I'm saying is, if you know your ass can't fight, I would limit the amount of dialogue I had in that moment. Because I feel like we saw Roulette she was about to. So anyway.
Look, Monique, my grandma always say a hit dog will holler. Are you saying Roulette was hollering?
She sure was. I still use that saying to this day. That's one of my favorite sayings. A hit dog will surely holler.
Did you hear the dog?
The only reason I'm gonna tell you, I was that young child. I was that child that thought he was smart. So anytime my grandma would give me these old ass hoodisms, I would always have a retort. And I would say, Grandma, the only reason the hit dog hollering is because he don't know what hit him. That's it. And ladies and gentlemen, we have teeth as bright as the day's sunshine sitting on deck, ready to get in here. Y'all haven't seen me antagonize this person probably in 6 months since I've been on hiatus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the big homie, my little sister.
Yay.
It's Miss K.
Hi. Hey guys. Hey Lamont. Oh my gosh.
What's going on, little sis? How you doing? How you
good? How are you? I'm doing good.
Hanging tough. We are happy to see you because we've got almost 400 people in here to see you wonderful P-Valley fans. That is Miss K if this is your first time seeing her.
Hey everybody. Hey Monique. Hey Moochie. Hey everybody in the chat. I love you guys. Miss you guys.
Everybody's link is in video description. They all have great YouTube channels. Monique puts out basically blog material for a major corporation. Check her out. And these women are going to do the best they can to give me a hard time while I don't have any other testosterone in here to help me out. Not like I need it, but I mean, it comes in handy when you're dealing with these women who are so intelligent and know how to use 8-syllable words like that. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. So, Miss K, you're coming in on the tail end, and I'm not talking about the Little Murder tail end. I ain't talking about that tail end. God. I'm talking about you're coming in on the tail end of this. Roulette being said she's diversifying her income, and she beating the bitch up. And then she goes and has a little conversation with Big L, kind of like a father would talk to a daughter. But basically, this was one of those situations where they was like, look, we both got dirt on each other. I seen you tricking. I seen your pills. So watch how you talk to me. Take it away, Miss K.
Well, I mean, her dirt, I don't really feel like she has any leverage, to be honest, if the girl just blew her up. The only thing is like, what is Uncle Clifford gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't seem like the disciplinarian, and that's kind of annoying me a little bit.
You don't
like, he
wait,
keeps
Miss K. You don't think so? Uncle Cliff is the only person I know that's got all these uneven rules numbered by odd and even. He's got rule number 358.26, and these women know the rules.
Yeah.
But like you said, does he enforce the rules? They know the rules, but
right.
he enforce
Because you see that's what I'm saying. Like, he has all these great rules, but you haven't really seen him enforce them. Like, you seen Roulette, taking her stuff off on the main stage. That was a no. He didn't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
And then he just heard the girl say, I heard you doing some extra stuff, I'm making some extra ends. And he didn't really feed into it. So it's like, and I always say he has a good heart, but it comes at a detriment to him, and it's gonna come at a detriment to his company, his business. So he
Let me ask you this, Ms. K. Do you feel like Autumn Knight Haley is a disciplinarian to a degree?
I haven't seen her do anything, but to me, I don't think she's interested in disciplining anyone. I think she's just trying to take over and get that money so she can move on. I don't think she's invested in the ladies, especially. So if somebody breaks the rules, I don't think she really cares.
She better, because a rule breaking could cause her not to be able to get that return on her money.
Yeah, that's true.
If the police come and shut down, or whatever happens, that there's some illegal activity going on, that thing that was up like this,
right.
Your investment perspectives drop.
Exactly.
I think she's definitely, even though we haven't seen it per se, I definitely think she is more strict than Clifford. Because wasn't it just last week she was saying anybody and everybody's replaceable? Like, I feel like if shit really hit the fan, she'd be like, shorty gotta go. You know what I mean? Now, if Clifford's gonna approve it, I don't know. But we see she's kind of cutthroat and she's forced herself. So I don't think it takes much for her to be like, bye-bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she don't got no power. Like, she can't control those people in the pink. Like her name her name is not respected. Just like when she was trying to tell somebody was arguing with that chick that had the baby and she don't know who her baby father is, but we see that she just found out. That dude was arguing like, I want a DNA test, this and that. She tried to come in between them like Uncle Clifford rule, but like, you ain't Uncle Clifford. Get out of here. So nobody respects her. So she may be trying to be strict, but she gotta build that respect on her name.
True, but dude did stomp away and leave though. He did stomp away and leave. I mean, I'm not saying that he was intimidated by her, but after she did say all that and he cussed her out, he turned around and he left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what she need to do so that she can have real deal authority. She need to pull Diamond to the side and be like, look, man, I need an enforcer. How much I got to pay you to be my enforcement arm till I sell this paint? That's what she needs to say.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Diamond don't listen to her like that.
It ain't gonna work because Diamond is about to be a girl's best friend. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I mean, somebody done put him on the tricycle, not the bike, the tricycle.
Right. I was like, you don't get no props for riding that daggone 3-wheeler. Get out of here. She looks cute though.
I don't know. I'm gonna them things is the bomb, yo.
Nah, I need me a motorcycle. That's what I want. I want to be a real bike. I want to be a real biker chick.
Oh no, Miss K, times is different now, Miss K.
Times is different now, especially in New York with bikes. So I would go with the trike. Yeah. I would go with the trike, the potholes and all of that stuff, and maneuvering the bike.
No, I always wanted a bike. I'm not changed. That's been one of my dreams. I always wanted a bike, so I ain't changing that one.
Have you rode in one of those 3-wheelers yet?
Nah, I rode a regular motorcycle, but I'm too short. I rode somebody that was short. He had his bike dropped.
Okay. Oh, let me find out. Moochie getting up there, getting her big head in helmets. Let me find out.
I got a CDL. I'm a professional.
Oh, you better breathe, girl. Let the people know.
Let me get on to something else, ladies and gentlemen. I told you these women up here, boy, you can't mess with them too funny now. They be pulling the lube out on your ass and
gosh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, guess who decided to come back to the show? Moochie called it. Miss K, I think you even called it. Gidget. She's back. Keyshawn's dad. Don't nobody. Wait a minute. Why all the long faces when I say Gidget? Ain't nobody smiling for the Gidget.
You know what?
She acted up this episode.
Right. I was glad she was back, but it was at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It was at the wrong time. with the situation that's going on.
Yeah. So they introduced Gidget back, and Keyshawn is happy because this is her friend. But everybody has been seeing this explosion going on within Big Tweet, right? And so now George Floyd situation is going down. He's watching it on the news. Bless you. And you have Keyshawn's manager, for whatever the reason, he's acting a whole lot like Clarence Thomas. If the police chase a black dude, it's the black dude's fault. I mean, there is no open mind with him at all.
He's giving all lives matter. He's giving all lives matter.
Yeah, he's giving all that. He is giving all that. And they start getting into a little bit of a debate here and there. So I'll start with you on this from Monique. Did you see an eruption coming with this Gidget situation and Big Tweet?
You're referencing his blow up later, or?
I'm referencing when you saw this first scene. Did you see that something was going to happen, that he was probably trying to get at the crew in general?
Honestly, no. I just picked up on his emotions and how angry he was with what was happening in the news and whatnot. But I didn't really connect it to him having a blow up. I mean, it's not far fetched from what I've seen of him, prior to the episode. But I didn't really have much thought at this very moment when I was watching it.
Okay. Moochie, what was going through your mind when you saw them introduce Gidget and you seen Big Tweet getting more and more frustrated about people surrounding him's level of concern about George Floyd?
At first I was happy to see her when they was taking pictures about her getting her lashes lined in the beauty supply store, and she was celebrating with her girl. But then once that whole situation like transposed as far as with the cop, I guess that was the whole George Floyd incident. And I had to remind myself and take myself back there when I was watching the episode, because now it has happened so much. Where we're to the point I don't want to be desensitized by it because the way it keeps happening. But I had to really bring it back and take myself there, because I was angry too when that happened. So I understood where he was going, but Big Teak is still a loose cannon to me.
Yes,
he's a loose cannon. And when they was in the car, that's when it was getting it escalated to even further, and Mississippi was trying to warn her like chill, like chill.
Talk to me, Miss K, about this loose cannon without a pirate ship.
Yeah, I saw it. I was actually afraid though that he was gonna snap and kill Rome. That's what I thought. I thought he was gonna beat him to death or something like that. Yeah, because it just looked too intense, and I was just like, and then on top of that, Rome wasn't making anything better. Like he just was very insensitive to the whole thing. Like, oh, what did he do? And he's a big, it was just like, really? Whose side are you on here? So
you see what side he's on.
Yeah, and I was like, what is going on here? But what Moochie was saying, that it's been happening so much. My thing is, it has happened so much to the point where I actually forgot that I didn't realize that they were referring to the George Floyd incident. I thought they were talking about someone that got killed, by the cops. I didn't know they were referring to George Floyd.
Are we sure that it's George Floyd, or
I'm not sure. It went over my head. So
if you're going by the timeline with
they didn't say it. Though.
It is.
Yeah, they didn't officially say it.
Shut down the city.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? I'm just getting. That's an educated guess for me. That's what I'm giving.
No, I mean,
same here.
Yes, I may be wrong, but that's my take on it.
The timeline, I agree with you, makes sense. But I don't. When I was watching, I just feel like it was a random.
Yeah,
I didn't. They're not going to mention it.
It could be that, but I mean, the way they weave together not only the incident, but how the people start protesting, and a lot of cities in the United States that same night start shutting down.
Yeah,
so that's kind of the two pieces of evidence. But for all we know, they could just be mirroring George Floyd, but this be their own thing within their universe. Simple as that.
But I mean, they didn't say it, but I'm just thinking the timeline, and that's what was going on. That's what we was all dealing with at home when this happened.
And Wu talking about that big nigga, George Floyd was like 6'3".
Yeah,
you know, so
just saying.
Can I ask a question though?
Nobody's saying y'all wrong. I said it went over my head, so I didn't I was not even thinking about that. I thought that someone, when they said somebody got killed, I thought they got shot. Like I just, I was
me too.
So but that definitely makes sense.
But Gidget, since you had mentioned it, were y'all bothered or offended when they were talking about the clubs being ghetto or whatever, and Gidget said, the Pink isn't as ghetto as the clubs I've been to in Tennessee. You saw everybody looked at her like, y'all don't jump on me. No, I didn't really feel offended by it. I don't know if we were supposed to. Like the actors in the scene, they all looked at her like there's like. I didn't necessarily feel offended by it, but I don't know.
Who wants to go first? Because to me, I don't. The offense is the fact that whatever was going on in those clubs, you still wound up having your ass at the Pink last, and I think that's what people was getting upset about. Not per se that it was she's white and high and mighty. And then all of a sudden she's working at these upscale clubs. She comes to the Pink. I think the fact that made them mad was the fact that how you going to say these clubs is all this, but you wind up still working at the Pink and you stayed for a while. The only reason you left was because your mama got sick, or your ass will still be there now.
But I don't know because Keyshawn was saying the same thing. Keyshawn said this is when the live video of them fighting, and she said, "Dang, was the Pink always this ghetto when we was there?" And Gidget said, "Girl, it's not as bad as the ghetto ones I be at in Tennessee." So it's like they both were talking about the Pink. Actually, Gidget was giving it a compliment by saying she's been at both places. So I felt like they were trying to pull the race thing. At that moment, I just didn't feel it.
Yeah,
I didn't feel it either, but T was bad about the comment.
Yeah,
right.
I think
he tooted his face up.
They all did. They all, even Wody, all of them did. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I was supposed to be upset about that. I don't know.
I didn't get that level of vitriol because the only thing I got was just her comparing some other place to the Pink when the Pink is your last job. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, me too. I think that if they were trying to make somebody feel some type of way, the audience wouldn't, the viewers wouldn't, because we know Gidget, like we know how she is, you know what I mean? But the people like Teak and Wody and whoever, they probably would look at her funny because they don't know her like that, Right. But I don't see it, like somebody said in the comments that her reappearance just happened at the wrong time.
Yep.
Just even showing how she was insensitive to what was going on as well. Like she's like, I still want to party, or she's turning the radio off and then turning on a different song. Like she was just out of pocket.
Yeah.
She was. Everybody heard you don't turn a black man's radio in his car, and she up there driving the car, turning digits, just doing whatever she wants to do. Yeah, come on, Gidget. Lord have mercy. Where your digits? Oh, y'all are like this one. I think if you watched P-Valley last night, let's say you are a woman who doesn't even like women. You must admit that this scene with Mercedes and that wife, it turned you on.
Why that? Yo, you be picking the most.
Okay. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, how about this one?
Cocked up. That's better. You had that leg.
Just don't show her down in the valley with a girl.
It's called P-Valley. She's trying to teach her how to twerk. And ladies and gentlemen,
teach me something.
People were saying this scene was so steamy. They don't even like girls, but they would do Mercedes. I'm gonna call her Sadie's for short because she has earned that title. And Miss K, I'm coming to you first. So Sadie's get a text. She think it's the coach. Hell to the no, it ain't the coach. Coach going to Memphis. She gets there. And she's basically there with the wife, and the wife is taking her pictures. And the wife decides, I want to be seduced. I invited you here. And Mercedes is like, you take that stick out your ass, you can tweak. I mean, you can twerk.
To work.
You can twerk.
I'm done.
And so the wife does, and then she admits that she lured her there, but she made a mistake first, Miss K. She called her a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Mercedes looked at her like, B, I'm not just a stripper, which she is a stripper.
Oh, no.
But she didn't like that. And then from there, they made up, and Lord have mercy. Anybody like chocolate on chocolate? Anybody like chocolate chips in your brownies? Because this is what happened next. Comment.
Commentary. I cannot take it.
Boy, I don't even wear glasses, and my eye lenses was fogging up. I'm sitting there rubbing on the wife like, girl.
I bet you was.
Only knew.
Miss K, you get it first. Shout out to everybody. We are 10 people away from 500. We love you. It's a Monday night. We're grateful to have you all in here sharing some time with us. Subscribe to their channels. Miss K, my sister's back in the building. Take it away. Miss K, admit it. You got turned on a little bit. Then you went looking for your husband, didn't you? You saw that? You see her taking that stick out her butt, Miss K? She taking the stick out that pole. She pulling it all the way out. Go ahead, Miss K.
I love chocolate. I love chocolate. But my chocolate gotta have a stick, honey.
There's one right there. There's one right there.
Chocolate gotta have a stick, baby. Yes. So I think other women are beautiful, but I've never been attracted like that to them. No.
Jesus, it's so fun.
So, but listen, this lady over here talking about she never been with another woman, but she sure. Listen, she turned the Mercedes experience to the Farrah experience. Okay.
Okay.
Like, girl, let me show you.
And you ain't talking about Farrah Fawcett either. But you
She
can.
did make it faucet. She did make it wet, baby.
She made it wet.
She turned on that fire hydrant like it was a fire going on in the California desert.
She made it wet.
Whoa.
Wet, and working that twerk muscle.
Moochie, take it away, Moochie. Take it away, Moochie.
She got the bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's going to get in trouble every
I prefer
time.
the pole, not the hole.
Okay.
So,
oh my gosh.
Every time we go live, ladies and gentlemen, somebody gets in trouble.
I like the love muscle.
Somebody.
But look, she's turned on to her. She's attracted to her, and she broke some of the rules by taking them pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this doesn't come back. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt Mercedes with the pictures.
Ooh,
it's an NDA though.
It's an NDA, but she signed it.
But they can't. But they can't. Isn't it to where they're not supposed to violate it either?
Yeah, nobody's supposed to violate it, but she violated when she took pictures. It was set in.
But all she got to do is not publicize the pictures.
Yeah, just keep.
Yeah, well, let's hope that she don't use those things for like like her portfolio.
Right, that's what Moochie's saying. Moochie's thinking that somehow or another they might slip out because we know plenty of NDAs have been signed. Yeah. And all of a sudden, stuff still be leaking out. I mean, slipping out. I mean, getting out. I mean, getting away. You know,
just falling out from the closet.
Yeah. But what would that really do for her though? How could that be a problem for her though? I mean, just a question.
Okay.
What does she really got? What does she really got going on that could ruin her?
That school could be taken off, and it could be in competitions or something. If it goes further.
Yeah, if it's far. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like down in the future.
Yeah, down the road.
But honestly,
it might come back to haunt us. I'm not saying now.
Yeah.
But the picture she took.
Remember, I put that out for y'all.
Was it anything too racy about the picture she took? I mean, Mercedes was in her two-piece. You know, like
it wasn't nothing racy, but you know,
yeah.
Now, it'd be different if she would have took a picture when she was down there between them knees.
Oh
now,
yeah,
Lord, down in the valley with the girls.
Down in the
Farrah was thirsty. Do you hear me? Did y'all hear the way Mercedes was screaming? Farrah was thirsty. Okay. Farrah was drinking up everything Mercedes had to let out.
She was licking it like a lollipop.
Hey, Krispy Kreme, Moochie. Krispy Kreme. Go ahead, Monique.
Thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze me.
I'm not going back to the
We go to the pink, ladies and gentlemen. We going to the pink. Monique Nicole done pulled out her fan. She over there so hot.
Woo, baby. Yeah, this episode was spicy.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say now because y'all had me cracking up. What is there left to say? I really don't
know. My sister is here, and my sister knows she get me turned up now. My sister is in the building, and when my sister show up, it's a new level.
I mean, I'll just say this season, they're taking everything up a notch. The acting, the storyline, the sex, the naked. I mean, everything's just taking it up a notch. So this was, hey, that's all I gotta say. Hey, do your thing. Do your thing. I mean, you know, I think there are some beautiful women out there, you know.
Oh, Lord have mercy. On this show, yes, Lord.
I'll hold you. I'm strictly Dickly. Can I say that? I'm strictly Dickly. Bing! Okay, strictly Dickly. But if I see a fine chick, I'm gonna be like, bitch, you fine. Like, I'm just that type to be like, girl, you're fine. Like, you're beautiful. Like, I'm just that type of girl. But I am strictly Dickly. Now, if Mercedes came on the scene,
knock, 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 knock. Mercedes knocking on the door. Knock, knock.
I would let her give me a lap dance, probably.
Let me show you something.
I've been to a strip club, so I know. I would have been watching just like she was watching last week.
Right. I'd be mesmerized just like Farrah was.
That's like watching Circus Soleil.
I mean, look, because Mercedes, not only do she got the body, the chocolate, but she be up there doing athletic work. Do you hear me?
You hear all the breathing she be doing when they making you hear what it takes to do all of that. And let it over here. You hear them breathing, panting, grunting, all that just to get up that pole and hold certain moves. And I like that part with P Valley.
And shout out to the actress because she does a lot of the stunts and work herself.
Oh yeah, I think Brandy Evans. Evans, yeah, she's tough.
Actually, gets on that pole and does the trick. She did the training.
Look at her.
To the point where she be getting bruises and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram. She's woo. Yeah.
And TikTok.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And TikTok. The chick buff too, man. Let me tell you something. She tough, man. I'm gonna have to see if I can get to the A and get a workout in. You know, I got some people down in the A. Muchella. What you doing giving us the auntie lips? I know what that means.
Look, I would go to one of those shows. I've been to Susan Rendezvous in the Bronx. So yeah, those things is the way they do some of those tricks. And one of my homegirls, she had a party there, and I had a good time that night. I didn't get no lap dance. I was watching. I was watching in the basement.
If y'all ever make y'all way to the A, let me know, because I could take you to a couple of the hot spots. But you know.
Magic City, baby. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Marquise knows about Sue's.
Now let me get real with y'all, because I've just been having fun with this, because I just want people to know that we been knowing how beautiful our people are for years. And we're happy that you guys are getting a chance to see all this dark chocolate put on display that has been put in a closet because white America didn't want y'all to see it because they were too scared y'all might like it. But damn it, we love it. Look at all that chocolate. But here's the problem. What's going to happen if Farrah winds up being in love for real? Is there going to be a kick up with her and the coach? Is she going to try to really get on Mercedes' good graces? And I brought this up last week. I told y'all, I thought Farrah could catch feelings. This is another thing I got right in my trailer, that they was going to do it and Farrah catch feelings. So, Miss K, what are the ramifications of Farrah really, really being in love? Shout out to my other sister, Nita the Diva. Miss you, Nita. Got to get you in here sometime soon.
Nita.
Yeah, that is something that I think would be more of a problem than that NDA situation. I think this would be the issue, is that she's really going to catch feelings. And, before we had to worry about her being jealous of Mercedes because she's with her husband, but now she's just like captivated by Mercedes. And listen, Mercedes probably won't even be wanting to deal with Coach. You know what I'm saying? Like they might just really be on some look. When are you gonna hit me up? Like I gotta be with him. Like and she. So who knows what's gonna happen? They might start plotting. Mercedes know how to get with another woman and plot now. So we've seen her do it with Autumn Night. So they might start plotting, trying to see if they could get a divorce and get him for all he got and everything, so they could be together. You never know. Something that if they could prove this could be the plan. If there's something in the prenup that says anything about cheating or anything like that, if they can easily set him up by having that camera or any kind of situation, but then that is the NDA type of situation, right? Like if it would that be a violation? Like if the wife
Ms.
comes
K,
and says,
not really, Miss K, because what they could do is they could get on his nerves and set him up with another woman.
Okay, true.
I don't think there's that much malice. Like I don't think there's that much. Like I think in Mercedes' eyes, like Coach is like a cool dude. Like they haven't showed us anything to where she's like, oh, I can't stand it. Like they have a cool relationship, rapport with each other. So I don't see it. I don't see Mercedes being in on no shit. Now Farrah, we got to keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
sure.
That's true. But when people start falling in love, like they be trying to do whatever they can sometimes to be with somebody. Okay,
and I think that for Mercedes is about that bag. If Farrah can provide her a bigger bag than Coach, since her it's not like her and Coach have a bad relationship, but it ain't like their relationship is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious either.
Right. It's business.
It's business. It's business.
For her, though, can I say this real quick, though? For her, it was a move of desperation because he gave her that proposal last season, and she didn't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But she's seeing that stuff is hurting right now because of the pandemic. She can't even get her thing off the ground. She walking by people and seeing. Yeah, she walking by, going into her place, and she's seeing people that are closing out their business because they move. She see the movers and everything. She like, listen, I sure could use a sponsor right now. So she's getting desperate because she wants her daughter. Yeah. So you know how that go.
I feel like Mercedes. I don't know, y'all. She early in the episode, she had like a little pretty woman situation, meaning she got offended when the lady called her a stripper. I'm like, bitch, that's what you is. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like
it was her the way she said it though. It was like
it's the way she said it.
Down to her in a way.
But then she got offended when the chick dropped her 10 steps. I mean, bitch.
I don't think she took the money though.
You can't have it both ways. My point. You can't have it both ways.
Monique, it might be that she was shocked. Do you think she was just shocked? Do you think she was just shocked that Farrah took it as a business transaction versus? Because I think this is what I think about Farrah in that situation. I think Farrah genuinely likes Mercedes and gave her the money. Not because it's a business deal, but she's supporting her. So, like,
I took it that way too, because I also felt like, from Farrah's point of view, she's probably like, this is the thing: whether feelings are developing or not, at the end of the day, she knows what it began. I can't get that picture off. I can't even concentrate when you put that shit up there.
Twerk muscle.
Oh my God. What was I saying? At the end of the day,
twerk struggle, baby.
At the end of the day, right? They made an agreement. So I feel like Farrah was probably like, well, I don't want to like not pay her. Like, because it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think she meant it to be rude. It's
right. I don't either.
For you, so bitch, here's 10 stacks. You know what I mean? You fucked me. Stacks. You ain't fuck Coach. You fucked me. So here's some money. I don't know.
I mean, she had to give it the money.
She got off.
That's what
Mercedes got off. So she just, laid back and let it happen.
Because that would have been my next question if she didn't get paid. Like, how you learn me over here and I'm supposed to be getting paid.
Exactly.
So where my money at?
That's how I was thinking.
I know, but you making it seem like she's like this in the bed when she wakes up. Oh God, I feel so cheap.
Right.
No. She was like, let me scoop up this money. I mean, she might have been surprised. I think she was surprised that she left it.
Yeah.
Because Coach is the money man. But
not only surprised, right? Not only surprised, Moochie. Not only surprised, but she was gone. Normally when you put it on somebody, first one out the bed probably got the back end of the deal. But not only did she put it on her so good that she had Mercedes laid out, Mercedes put it on her so good that she got 10 G's out the thing. Lord have mercy. Boy,
that chocolate must have been tasting good to her when she said, I'm gonna just leave all the 10 stacks for her.
10 stacks. All I can say is that them 10 stacks looked a whole lot better than the sandwich I get after I put down the hammer like Thor and lay somebody out. Damn the sandwich. I want to wake up and see some stacks. I'm gonna have to quit using Stormbreaker and start using Mjolnir if I don't start getting $10,000. I'm gonna have to switch hammers.
So she gonna give you some tax tips. Some stock tips. Some stock tips, some tax tips, and some property.
Speaking of Mercedes, let's talk about her mama. The mama is about to run for mayor. Moochie, you get first dibs on Pastor Woodbine. Have we given her a nickname yet? Or should y'all wait for me to come up with a nickname? Because I got a few, but I just ain't used them yet.
You got to come up with it.
Yes.
Silver tongue. I think she got a silver tongue. She's winning these people over by being Chuck Elisa's mama of the city.
You could call her Pimp Pastor.
Yeah, she is. At the end of the day, look, this is her with her little vape thing.
Pastor Pimp.
Pastor Pimp.
Look, she got game. She got a silver tongue. She got game, and she probably learned it from the best of them.
Okay. I can get with that.
I'm just saying.
Look, I'm with you, Moochie. Monique, what you think about Pastor Pimp over here? What the hell is she doing?
Pastor Pimp? Oh my
Lord. Pimp it.
Now, listen, Patrice. Let me put my feelings to the side. In the moment, the prayer she gave, not the prayer, whatever she did, the speech she gave, about the killing and all that stuff, the police brutality, that was very moving, right? It even moved old Roulette. So I mean, I don't know. Patrice has me liking her this season, but she's so damn evil. I don't know. It's just some of the scenes she's been in this season thus far has had me crack up a little. I mean, she's just something about her character. You hate to like her. You know what I mean? Like, you hate her 1 minute, then she makes you laugh 1 minute. Then you hate her 1 minute. I don't know. So I don't know. But I want to know when we're going to see a scene with Mercedes and her mama, because that hasn't happened yet. I'm trying to see when it's going to happen. They have not been in the same room yet.
Messing with that woman.
I think it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. They're going to have to be in the same room at some point. I don't know when.
It's coming, definitely. Yeah. Miss K.
She's not like it when she sees Mercedes. I see that.
How you feeling about Pastor Pimp Patrice?
I mean, she do need to run for mayor,
Definitely.
She definitely does. She definitely has the gift of gab, and she could get people, she can get folks stirred up. So that's a good thing. Now, as far as me, how I feel about her, I think she's a hot mess, but she been giving me life this season. Like, she been having them lines, and I'm like, girl, she's a hot mess, but her lines been cracking me up. So I'm like, okay, girl, and I believe it. If you mess with the wrong one, I believe it. I believe when she said that. And I think, and I said this last night, but I think that she will probably be a benefit if she wins, that she could actually be the saving grace for the Pink. Even though I know Moochie was saying something about she was trying to get it shut down, but let me tell you something. All they got to do is come with some offer. I bet you if she makes a offer or some type of arrangement where she say every time, give me 10% of your weekly earnings, she will definitely keep the Pink open. Just like she was doing to Mercedes. Just like she was doing Mercedes. Mercedes, you ain't bring your 10%.
You ain't bring your tithes.
Yeah, you ain't bring your tithe. That's what that is, 10%. You ain't bring your tithe. So she gonna be doing the same thing. So, and I think Uncle Clifford will use her like he used her last time. So we'll see.
Exactly. Yep.
I think they got a better chance with her than with they have a better chance with her than with Andre or what's the other guy's name again? I forgot his name already.
The Corbin brother.
Yeah, Corbin's brother.
That was something I was going to ask y'all too. Which one of the three would make a better mayor?
I think he's a bit. I think he's. I think he a Trumpster.
Wait, out of which three? Out of which three?
Between Wayne, Andre, and Pastor Pimp Woodbine.
It's gonna be between Andre and Patrice.
I like between. It's. I think it's gonna be a runoff between them two.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess my real question to you guys is, going forward with this story between Pastor Pimp and Andre, which one of the two could cause more drama in Chucalissa and P Valley? Andre being mayor or the pastor being mayor? I mean, really, this is my thing. Andre has nothing in Chucalissa. At least Pastor Pimp has a mega church that she could turn into a televangelist church. She still got power and pull. Andre has nothing. He has nothing but puppy love for Autumn Night. And the minute she can cash in, she's going, what are you going to do? So for me, to make the story more compelling, let him become mayor. He's going to be dealing with the Trumpsters, and he's going to be dealing with Pastor Woodbine because she ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I think that will make the story more compelling. But you guys let me know what you think.
I think he's going to bring, if he won, he would bring more drama because he's down for all of that selling and, you know, taking away all of the buildings and this and that and trying to bring that whole Candyland vibe to Chucalissa. So I think he would definitely be a problem.
And I feel like it might be controversial because people are going to be like, what do you know about our community? You don't even really live here. Yeah, you grew up here, but that was, I feel like as much as I don't like Patrice, she's got closer ties to Chucalissa. She knows really more about the community, good and bad. And I don't know. I feel like Andre's going to really have to prove himself a lot.
Okay.
And see
I'm with that.
If he can convince the people or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Sound good to me. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, because I've been doing some work behind the scenes and trying to get a foothold somewhere in the Hollywood blogosphere, let me give a special shout out to the makeup and wardrobe team of P Valley. Amazing. And then let me give a shout out to the people that do the score for this show. It has been an amazing music they've been playing on this show, from Little Murder to what we seen this last episode as they was leaving the show. They always exit the show each episode with some heavy song. And I want to shout out the people that do the score and the wardrobe, because y'all keep Uncle Cliff looking like he about to be on the Paris runway, about to float away. Y'all keep him G'd up. So shout out to them. A lot of people don't recognize the good work they do, but shout out to them for doing all that good work.
Yes.
Let's see.
I like the fact that they used mask off in the first when it was coming on.
Yeah, definitely. So let me see here. I'm coming to you, Miss Moochie. Now it's your turn. So somebody was told, don't marry a stripper, but you can help her. And they have befriended through the looking at each other's eyes. Roulette, and your boy right here supplying Big L. And this conversation, Moochie, was all about us understanding a whole lot of Roulette's pain, why she's the way she is, because this episode was entitled Demetrius. That's her brother that she's got tatted on her arm.
Yeah.
And she's telling Duffy all the shit he went through with white people. The cops screwed over her brother, killed the brother, and Duffy's sitting here listening. But you all know Duffy ready to hit that ass. He's ready to hit that ass. And I'm here to tell y'all, I'm making a prediction for y'all. Roulette is on a crash course with Gidget. Having said that, Moochie, I give the floor to you.
I feel like Duffy want to dip in the chocolate.
Of course he does.
He was very sensitive to this whole situation, and he was the only one that I saw in this episode that handled the situation right with her. He was real delicate with the situation and he had empathy for her. Are they gonna smash? Yes, I believe they are.
100%. She gonna turn him the hell out.
Look, if he wanted to marry Gidget, I don't know what he gonna want to do with this one. Oh,
he gonna slit his wrist. She tried to walk away. He gonna slit his damn wrist.
Yeah, because he made her. I'm sorry, because he was just talking about Gidget and how he was crying, how he want to marry her, and Roulette walked in the room and he forgot all about Gidget.
That fast.
Right. Just that fast. What you got, Monique Nicole, on Roulette and old Duff?
So are we talking about the story that she told him? Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Whatever you want to touch on the subject.
Yeah, so I was definitely moved by, her revealing her past and what happened to her brother and how he died at the hands of police. I thought it was really, it was touching because that's a lot of people's story, sadly. Really sad. This is a duo that I did not think I would like, but Roulette is bringing a side out of Vanilla that I like. What's that boy's name? I call him Vanilla.
Duffy, Duff, the white stuff who ain't Duff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking at him a little different way now this season. I mean, he was cute last season, but
yeah, he always had that swag.
Give
you a little bit of that Vanilla Ice, huh?
Yeah,
that John B.
I like some Vanilla swag every now and then.
He was always fine.
But I just feel like this season he's 10 times finer. It's just like, ooh, with a different light,
Can Keyshawn man get some love?
Now,
I was trying to figure out what she wanted with him. I'm like, first of all, he's a square. Like, what are you doing? Ew. He looked like one of them dudes. Like, he looks like that typical racist guy, that be in the back of the trucks and all that. Like, he has that look. But honestly, now, like, that was the first season. This season, he's kind of cute with the hair.
Yeah,
with the hair. He got a little sex appeal going on with the hair this season. But last season, I was like, girl, what are you attracted to over here?
Exactly.
If you're gonna go that route, they got to have some soul.
Miss K, wait a minute. So Miss K, you wouldn't be insinuating that the way somebody's hair looks on them can augment and enhance their overall look? Is that what you're saying, Miss K?
Yeah. Especially for men. Okay. Are you kidding me?
For men.
I don't want to hear no black women. I don't want to hear no black women get mad when men say that you look better with a certain hairdo. No more. We tired of the double standard.
Because everybody has a preference.
Some might look better with a bald head.
Yes, they should.
Instead of having a cul-de-sac in the center of their head. Look,
my God,
how many
ladies? How said the George Jefferson in the middle of the head?
Yeah, the George Jefferson. Look,
that's what Moochie said.
Apartment in the sky. You need to cut that off. The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Well, what about them white dudes?
That's what
about the white dudes that be running around here with the George Washington? They head all bald and shit looking like just like this on the side. Like they got a fake ass mohawk that's missing the middle.
The opposite mohawk.
The same way y'all with y'all's beards, baby.
That's what I was about to say.
Right and day. Okay.
I was about to say, girl, I was just about to address the chat and all the ladies, like, ladies, y'all know how good a man could look when he start growing that facial hair? It's a whole nother story, honey. Like, you wouldn't even, you'd be like, oh my gosh, don't cut that.
Well, let me tell y'all something.
Ever.
Let me tell y'all something.
Look, come down
white
here.
ladies,
Come down here to the valley so you can grow it faster.
let me tell y'all something. The white ladies love a black dude with a beard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Look, come down here to the valley and I'll make it grow faster for you. I'll make it connect.
Moochie, it don't count if you talk about something that's white making it grow.
Look, the glaze.
That don't count.
Are we just talking about?
I'm just talking, man.
The head, the look of, not. I don't know.
I'm just giving you a hard time because some people try to catch an attitude if you say that they look better with a certain hairdo than another one, and I'm like, well, what do you want me to say? Like, you want me to lie? I mean, we're human. It's human nature. It'd be different if someone is saying it in a racist tone, right? But no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying you look better with a bang because your forehead's so damn big and you do without the bang. That's all I'm saying.
You can't be disrespectful about it.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
I know men all the time, especially married men, will be like, "Yeah, babe, they have their preferred favorite hairstyles." I know,
right?
That's a thing. That's definitely a thing within a couple.
Yeah, exactly,
right.
exactly.
Hey,
exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, I'm missing J Mo, man, because boy, he would have had himself some fun with this one right here.
I was looking
Lord.
He was gonna be here too, and we was gonna have a little nice banter back and forth.
Boy, he was gonna have him some fun. But J Mo doing some things, my people. His link is in the description. He working.
Okay,
y'all will see the fruits of his labor. I ain't gonna tell no secrets. I hold more secrets than He-Man, Superman, and the whole damn Justice League. So I ain't saying nothing. Lip is zip. Okay, it's on you, Miss K, and this is a heavy one. Get ready.
Gosh, I already know.
I'm not gonna play the clip again. All right, I played it.
I'm scared.
Miss K, I do want to know, what does this mean? I do want to know that. Am I throwing my good sweat on you? What am I? But anyway, let me set you up.
Throwing good sweat on me, water. I don't know.
So, Tweet gets amped up. He gets amped the hell up, and we about to have us a riot right here in the damn hotel. And Gidget decides to open her mouth and act like she's tough. Now, ladies, I always say, if you're going to get at a person who's bigger than you, a man, be ready for whatever smoke you're going to get. Be prepared now. Don't just think that you can go talk shit to him, and that because a man ain't supposed to hit a woman, that's going to keep some men from not hitting you. So apparently Gidget thought that with him. Yeah. Well, he said, Gidget, this is going to be you. I'm going to stomp the hell out this table. And her ass went sitting right over there with Keyshawn. After she was in his face and he stomped the hell out that table, her ass is over there real quick trying to catch some healing hands from Keyshawn, who is crying. So they pull him to the back. He's talking to Little Murder because he's on edge, Miss K. Miss K, the police is out there doing dastardly things to black men. More dastardly than what's about to happen to him, Miss K. They doing dastardly things. Little Murder said, "What's up, shorty? I got you." He giving that big old kiss.
Well, dang, we jumped. Damn.
Okay, then Miss K, he pulls out a contraceptive device and puts it in his mouth. And next thing I know, Big Tweet is on his big tweet knees. I guess we'll call his knees big twigs. All right. He's on the knees, and then they commences to pulling out petroleum jelly. Moochie, show us your face, Moochie. We want to see your face. We want to see your face, Moochie.
Look, that's some squirting.
No, I did not mean to scream like that. I am so sorry, because the truth is, I have fast forwarded through some of it, so I didn't see that. So
you didn't? Well, let me show you.
No! Oh, Lord.
if you did not fast forward through Mercedes and Farrah, I don't know why the hell you fast forwarding through this.
No.
Be fair. Be fair.
No,
be
let
fair.
me be
Savannah.
I knew this was gonna come up. I knew it. Let me be very clear. I don't discriminate. So I also fast forward through Mercedes and because I just sometimes the sex scenes get too much for me. That's just how I am. I'm not a prude, but sometimes I'm not in the mood for it. Like even with Power, some of the sex scenes just got to be like, oh, it's just too much. Now the only ones I stayed and watched,
oh Lord,
those baby, James St. Patrick, baby. Now his sex scenes, I watched those, baby. But I really sometimes I'm just not in the mood for it, and I feel like sometimes it'd be too like theatrical and shit. So I just fast forward. So no discrimination. I be fast forwarding through a lot of sex scenes in general. Disclaimer.
I'm gonna give it to Miss K like this, and Monique Nicole. That was a highly educated way to word you didn't want to see the sex scenes, and you put yourself in a great position. Miss K, I'm gonna give it to you like this. There was a day when interracial dating was a taboo. And there were a lot of white folks that said, I don't want to see no nigger on stage kissing and making out with my Anglo-Saxon folks. And so that's how I view men and the way they've been treating this sex scene with Little Murder and Big Bend over his butt. But Miss K, you catch them all, don't you? You don't let none of them slide, do you? Having said that, Miss K, I didn't fast forward. I sat there and I watched because I wanted to come up here and give you guys a great review. And now, Miss K, the ball is in your court. Monique, you will be feeling this thing last. Miss K, talk to me about everything that went on with Big Tweet from this. And look how he got his hands up like Sealy. He was about to whip a nigga ass. You see them fingers? Let me tell you something. When they get them fingers up like this, boy, let me tell you something.
Everything you think about.
Everything you think about. And if you're feeling real nasty like Janet Jackson, I might take these two fingers and put them up Little Murder. Floor is yours, Miss K.
Yeah, like I was saying, he made me very uncomfortable. Woo, excuse me. In this, just in this episode alone. But you know, I felt bad at the same time because you could see he was really, really taking it hard.
Yes.
And you know, but it was like, but it was like, okay, remove yourself then. You know what I'm saying? He was able to go into the room. If y'all notice, he was able to go into the room and Little Murder turned it off because he had it on in the TV in there. So why you out here sulking in front of everybody talking about why you turn off my TV, this and that, and you ain't paid for nothing around here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you over here doing all of that? Take your miserable behind. You got a right to be miserable right now. But if everybody else is not on your same level and feeling melancholy, remove yourself. That was my thing with him. Like, you just being that's the same thing that Murder said. Like, you just being a downer. Like, everybody turned up and you turned down. You know what I mean? And so, you know, him with Gidget saying what she had to say, I understand Gidget was trying to protect her friend, but it was like, not you of all people, just shut your mouth and don't say nothing. You of all people, Gidget, zip it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but she's like, I wish, it almost sounded like she about to say, I wish a nigga would. So that's probably why he stomped the crap out of that daggone table. Like, you
about that N-word. She was not.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Like
I probably was. I wish you would. Oh,
yeah, she was about.
You would. That's what
she kind of stopped. It's like she stopped.
Yeah, it sounded like she was like, I wish I'm.
Yeah,
Monique and Miss K. You know, when they hang around us a lot and enough, they kind of get comfortable with thinking they can do everything we can do. Okay, everything we can do. And Gidget was very comfortable in that moment.
So I think that's what it was. And I don't think it would have been a race, her being racist and nothing like that, but just like you said, just being comfortable, but now he goes into the room after him about to fight with what's his name, Rome, insensitive behind, and they go back into the room and he hears, this is the part that I got a little annoyed with. He hears this man rapping, then gonna go in there and pee. Just so he know he's showing him his stuff, like, he's just trying to get it going. He knew what he was doing. Little Murder, he hasn't seen that peen in a while. He was letting him see it. Is basically what happened.
Wait a minute, Miss K. Miss K. Little Murder is not a wide receiver. Little Murder is a quarterback.
But
that's true, but he was still turned on. You saw how he came out and he was looking and everything, and then he turned around again. You know what I'm saying? So it still turned him on, and it was like, here y'all go. Like, what is going on? It's just seeing these two, like, so-called gangster men going at it, and then the biggest one is the one that's bent over. It was like, OMG, what is happening?
Usually, that's always the one that's bent over.
But I wouldn't know.
I'm
gonna be honest, I would not know. Woo! So when I saw that, I said, first of all, this is way too much. I think I said this last night. It made me feel like it was a tutorial, like they're trying to walk us through the steps. I'm gonna grab you kids the condom. I'm grabbing the lube. It was a lot.
Yes, it was.
That's all I gotta say.
Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute.
I can't hold myself.
Wait a minute. There's a lot of ladies out there that like a little action. In
the behind.
In the dookie shooting now. And now, you mean to tell me y'all just let somebody put all 10 to 12, 9? How many I got? 13.
What?
All up in there. With no lube. Is that what y'all saying?
We got our own lube.
First of all,
look, we got our own lube.
I was about to say,
you got lube for the butthole?
It ain't supposed to go back.
I don't play that.
That's commitment.
I don't play the backdoor game.
Yeah, that's commitment.
That's the reason why we got. That's why we got the natural. That's why we got the natural lube, because it's supposed to be stuff going in and out, in and out, in and out.
I get that, Miss K. But there are some very adventurous women out there that do. You
right. And look, they entitled to it. They like getting it in all three holes.
No joke.
More power to you.
No judgment.
Mark Johnson said he was here.
I need a ring and a diamond.
I don't play the backdoor.
Oh, you talking about this?
Look,
okay.
I
just caught that
on this finger.
Boy, bye.
Before all of that.
Moochie said all 3 holes, and I just figured out that the third one was the mouth. That's what I was sitting here counting.
Hold up. Nita said T could have at least arched that back if he was giving it up.
Marriage or engagement, y'all, please.
Wait a minute. Nita.
Gotta be some kind
of Nita. You seen the way that man was grabbing them sheets. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. You saw the way Little Murder was giving him what the doctors call a prostate exam. Okay. He was grabbing them sheets
like this.
Boy, let me tell you something. And then on top of that, Little Murder laid it in there, all of it. Everything he got just went smack in there, and then he laid on top of them and cuddled them as he grabbing them sheets.
Lamont, please let me go because I'm gonna forget everything.
Go ahead.
It's
you on
so
deck.
Painful.
Don't you got some homework to do?
Well, you gotta think about it like this, Monique and Miss K. You gotta think about it like this. This is how you think about it.
Yeah. No, I can't.
You put that one hand. You put that one hand on the spinal cord, and you rub on the nerve endings to take the pain away. That's what you do. You just. I'm not saying I know what I'm talking about here.
They taught you. They just taught you the tutorial. They gave us a tutorial.
I'm clocking out. Good night. I'm clocking out. Good night.
So you don't be tearing.
Oh my God.
R. Kelly, do you mind if I stroke you up?
like together. Oh my God! Can I please go next? Damn it!
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh my God.
Well, you need to fan yourself. Somebody saying Nicole. They see you glistening.
Baby. All right. So before the sex scene. Oh my God, y'all just before the
Oh my God, man, y'all look nuts.
But you're the culprit. You talk about y'all. You are the culprit.
Look,
And
I
he
just invite
set
y'all
it
to come.
up.
I
He
just
set
invite
it
y'all
up.
to come.
Because I'm very ADD. I gotta get this shit out.
Go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
Okay. So do not put that clip up. Before the sex scene. Before the sex scene. Okay. When he stomped that when he acted a fool, what he was saying, I understood, but the way he carries it out is just too violent for me. It's too aggressive. He's a loose cannon. He's a liability, right? And I had that prediction early on. Now Gidget, there's a way to be a mediator, but the way she jumped in that man's face, you don't do that, because that's how you get your ass beat. Not that you're supposed to, but in general, I feel like when two men are fighting, I hate when I see girls get involved, because all it takes is one wrong hit and you could get hit. And so I just say women stay out of it. Like, so that was just too much. I got nervous. I thought he was going to hit Gidget.
I did too.
I thought he was going to accidentally backhand her, or just she was going to get hit in the tussle. Like, so I was nervous. Then poor Keyshawn was having PTSD, poor thing. That was like a lot. And again, his anger, I understood his emotions. Everything that he was feeling, I felt like was valid, but his reaction was just over the top. Then, before the sex, the speech that he gave to Lil Murda, I felt like was very powerful, when he was saying, it's like, and I have felt this way before as a Black person. It's just like, no matter what, is no matter if you're the smart one, if you're the athletic one, if you're this one, if you're educated, if you're this, if it doesn't matter what, they're still gonna treat you like an N-word. So it's like, it's like, damn, I can't win for nothing.
Yeah.
So I felt that speech when he said that, because sometimes it does feel that way.
Yeah,
I agree. I was thankful when I moved to Georgia from New York. I was thankful to be in a really safe, neighborhood and community. But, me being one of the only Black kids, my parents had to have certain conversations with me, because at the end of the day, even if you have white friends, even if you have white neighbors, at the end of the day, you are an N-word. And when shit goes down, they're going to look at you like that. So that, that was touching for me, that speech. Then the sex, like I said, I'm not like, I know we've been laughing. I do not want to be disrespectful to anybody. I have friends, a part of the LGBTQ community. I never want to be offensive. So I want to say, we get on here, we laugh, we joke, we kiki, we laugh about everybody. So we are a fair group of people. Please don't want to ever take offense to anything that we say, please. So I will say this, as far as television goes, this is definitely groundbreaking. As a nation, as a country, shit, as a world, I feel like when it comes to gay people, we only see them as the flamboyant gay.
Right.
And I'm sure we know it, but we don't see it portrayed as two gay men who look a certain way, who don't appear in the world as being gay, but they are, have a intimate scene. And, we're not used to seeing it. We're not used to it. So that's why I feel like this was definitely groundbreaking, 100% groundbreaking. Not to mention the actor that plays Lil Murda, Jay Alphonse. He's a straight man who is married to a beautiful Black woman. I commend any actor, male or female, that can pull off playing a gay character. If that is not what your lifestyle is, that hats off to him. And
it's brave too.
I was going to say, it's very brave.
Completely brave. I commend him for being brave enough to accept that role, not being afraid of what people may say, the judgment he may be receiving, so I think that's just, it's beautiful.
But not only him, Monique, but you got to commend the actor that was the bottom, because you're even worse looked at if you're the bottom.
No, you're right.
And no one on this panel is homophobic. Not a one of us. I have friends in the LGBTQ. I stands up for them. Sometimes I get ridiculed because I stand up for them, even though I'm not gay.
Right.
But I understand they want certain rights, and they should be allowed to do it because what they do doesn't bother me in my home. Now, when it comes to sex scenes, the way we approach what's appropriate is that there are certain people, now mind you, I said people, that we don't want to see tongue kissing each other in public. There are certain stuff we just don't want to see tongue kissing or happening in public, period.
Exactly.
So sometimes when people critique these various scenes, they're not critiquing them because they're anti-LGBTQ. They're just critiquing them because they don't want to see some of the stuff be over the top. That's all.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Not BSing. That's just me. Again, I'm not like a prudish person, but like I said, sometimes the sex scenes, especially the last, I feel like 5 years in TV and film, I feel like, I'll say TV, it's gotten a little theatrical. I feel that whether it's a straight couple or a gay couple, I don't discriminate. I be fast forwarding them sex scenes on Power. I be fucking fast forwarding them shit. Them shit be, I can't. The sax.
You don't fast forward Ghost. You don't fast forward Ghost.
Baby, I said Ghost was the exception to the rule, honey. Baby, Ghost was.
That's why they killed him.
Maybe
they all make me uncomfortable.
Beside from him, like I was saying, that's the truth.
If they look too real, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, y'all look like y'all really having sex. I can't watch.
Yeah, Howard, them scenes were like,
I could watch it by myself.
I be feeling like I'm invading privacy.
You need them.
In the presence of other people, I am uncomfortable.
I am too.
If I'm watching it by myself, no problem.
Hey, Moochie, you finish it up. Now, I got to give Monique Nicole credit. This was a very groundbreaking sex scene for two macho brothers. That's what it was. Neither one of these dudes is, flamboyant. These are what you would call men's men, and they actually had a sex scene that was intimate,
romantic,
romantic, wet. I mean, it was. I mean, whether it was artificial or not, it was wet, it was intimate, it was romantic. Good words was exchanged, and there's not many shows where you've seen men's men do this before. And for the community, I'm happy that this happened for them. Floor is yours, Moochie.
Okay, I'm going to be the first thug to do. Well, I won't call him a thug, the gangster or.
I know where you're going.
Michael K. Williams, he did it. Right. He did it, and he's done it a couple of times.
That's right.
So I'm gonna take my hat off to him.
You're right.
I feel like this dude picked up the baton. He's a street man, and he's doing the scenes. But there's, I got to do my research. I feel like I feel like he's doing it, but I don't think it's all him. I think when it gets to a certain point, it's a double put in there.
You talking about Little Murder and Big Tweet?
Yeah, when it gets too like raunchy, certain things he probably not going to do because he's a married man.
I feel like this is pretty raunchy.
I think it's him.
I beg to differ. I'm doing some digging. I was doing some digging as we speak.
Oh, you think that's a double?
Yeah.
She thinks it's a double. Because let me tell you something that used to be a point of conversation back before this was more fluid on TV. I used to always joke with my wife. I was like, honey, if I get in Hollywood, I want you to know something, honey. If they ask me to do a love scene with Halle Berry because they pay me bank that's going to be in your bank account, honey, that's just a sacrifice I got to make. And you know what she would say to me? She would say to me, what you going to do if they ask you to do a scene with Andre Berry? I still expect you to make that same sacrifice.
Boom.
And I'd be sitting there a little choked up, but I would have to say, okay.
But on the low, you're going to be like, no.
To that day. We to that day now where this could be a realistic thing that they ask you to do in Hollywood. If you get the opportunity, it could be something that's going to start happening more and more.
Well, they usually say when you play those kind of characters, you go to the next level.
You for sure.
Right.
So, ain't no telling what might be open for this actor. So
both of them, and I hope that they do continue to accept. I mean, both of them can act their ass off now.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got hung up in the sex, but the words that was exchanged through this whole scene, I mean, hell, that was some acting. That was some real deal acting.
And the words that was changed, it showed how much they supported each other when they were inside.
Yeah,
exactly.
We got a piece of that last week. We got a piece of that last week with the conversation with him having his back and going to the hole for him and actually taking a life so he wouldn't get hurt. So he wouldn't get hurt more than he was. So, I just feel like Big Teak is institutionalized and he needs some help. He's been in there for a long time.
Here's the big question, and I'll give it to you, Monique. Now, we saw at the end, Big Teak was like, bruh, you sending out all these postcards? How come I ain't never get one? Yeah. So, I don't know. How do y'all think Big Teak is feeling now that Little Murder done put it on him? Is he in love now? How's he going to handle? How is he going to handle Little Murder situation with Uncle Cliff? Could we get a threesome? That would be damn groundbreaking TV. Or would Big Tweet want to put a bullet in Little and floor is yours, Monique.
I was saying, I became conflicted with this episode because I feel like us viewers we've been rooting and cheering on for him and Uncle Clifford, but now I'm like, damn, there is like some real love between him and what's his name, Teak?
Yeah,
Big Tweet.
And I'm just like, I hate that neither of them, how I say this, feel safe enough to go public, with their love for each other. It's like they have all this love for each other behind closed doors, but they know they couldn't really ever put it out there in public without certain repercussions. So it's just, I feel, I don't know, it sucks. And I feel bad for Teak because I do predict something happening with them and Clifford. Because we see that he already found out about Clifford this episode. Talking about some I ain't never did no damn postcard, whatever. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna become violent or it's just gonna be a tense discussion. Bang bang. I don't know. I don't know. Now I feel like T could get killed. Listen, he could get killed this season because he's just so he's a hothead.
And it's all right.
In a loose cannon. So it's either gonna be, I know some people are saying a tussle between them and Clifford, but it could be also with another gang. It could be with old dude that Murder beat up last. Pico, thank you. There's so many possibilities. So I don't know. But I mean, I feel bad. I still feel bad. I want love to win. I want love to win. But it's gonna win.
Shout out to the homie Struggle Reviews TV, ladies and gentlemen. She has a great YouTube channel. She partners up with the big homie B Avery. Go subscribe to her channel. Show this sister some love. The forehead kiss was giving me Harper Stewart and Sharon. She does a great job of reviewing some old school stuff. And we're gonna finish going around the panel. I still got Miss K and Moochie. Question for both of you guys is the same one. What's gonna happen now that Little Murder is in an entanglement with Big Tweet and who's going to get the bullet? My theory is that probably they might do a threesome, but then that's going to destroy all three of them, and somebody's going to have to die, and the bullet is going to go for but somehow or another, I feel like Haley going to get the bullet. Miss K, the floor is yours first. Last word.
I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of death before this season is over, by the time everything is done, especially with the hearse. It's 5 people that are playing the murder game. I keep saying it seems foreshadowy to me. Murder done got winked at twice, so he been killed twice already. So I'm afraid for him. I think that if they're gonna do a big death, it would be him. Either him or Keyshawn. If they're gonna do a big death, it's gonna be between him and Keyshawn.
Okay.
And
I agree.
And I don't think there's gonna be a threesome. I don't see this crazy man letting anybody touch his man. He's very overprotective. So I don't think that would ever happen.
Hey,
what?
Wait a minute.
He ain't letting nobody near his man.
So this is what they could do. You could have Little Murder plug into him, and then you can have him plug into the ump. You know, like we recharging Teslas. You know.
Okay, so he is in love with him. He's been in love with him. That's my theory. I think he's been in love with him since, especially that last week episode when they were talking on the steps. I was saying it. I said, I don't know. We didn't get the confirmation yet, but they sure didn't ease it up in there, did they? Shoot,
I got it from last week.
Have it. Because I was looking like, I think he's in love with him. Like, anyway, but I don't know. I just feel a lot of death is in this season. I'm just going to say that. I don't know exactly what happened. I did put out a death prediction for Miss Ernestine. So she's she's one.
Really?
Yeah.
We talked about that last night on her channel.
Yeah, she's one. I don't want that to happen, but I think that will. As far as Clifford goes, I don't think anything's going to happen to Uncle Clifford. No.
I don't either.
I don't see him even trying to play that game, like that whole threesome. Like get away from me.
Rule number 2559.
Yes.
No threesome.
Never let another nigga in your bed.
Really? What rule number is that?
Doing that.
I just made
rule number? That's rule number 39,455.
Point two. All right, Moochella, you get the last word on death predictions because, granted, y'all are probably right. There's not going to be no threesome going on with them. I'm just thinking if they put Mercedes in a threesome, why not put Cliff in one? But we know that Tweak is a hothead, so he's going to try to kill somebody, especially if he know that this man he loves got somebody else that loves this man, and that man loves him.
Yep. I think, like I said, remember I said Little Murder gave Big Tweak a warm bottle of milk because he was being a grouchy baby. So he put him down for the night. But he woke up early and caught that postcard. You ain't never write me no postcards. He was pissed off about that. When he left the room, I thought he was leaving the tour to go look for because he had the address. So it's like I thought he was leaving, but then when I saw him in the hearse, I was like, okay, it's good. But
Moochie, I just figured it out. That might be how Unc's grandma died. He got the address. He might be showing up there to kill Uncle Cliff. And then you got my sweet old lady that's up in there. She get the book.
No, I hope it's not violent like that. I think it's gonna be something else.
I think she's gonna have COVID.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get COVID. I think she got it from the girl. We talked about that.
From
Toy. Really broke it down. She broke it down how she got it and everything. And that girl shouldn't be at the pink at all.
No.
She looked sick the last time she was there. It was dark circles under her eyes. She looked sick, man.
And see, Lamont, that's what I was talking about the disciplinarian stuff with Uncle Clifford.
Right.
Why you keep letting her, she's sneezing up a storm. You can't let her say it's allergies during the pandemic.
She needs to get a COVID test.
Right. No. And you can't just be running behind her spraying Lysol like that's going to do any damn thing.
Yeah.
Get her the hell up out of there.
This is why I feel like Big Tweak gonna die. I feel like Big Tweak and it's gonna be Grandma.
Let me pull out my note card.
Because I didn't know we were doing official death predictions.
He just said it. He just said it. I spit it out.
No, when I was talking, Lamont, you never said what's your prediction for the season. I was still just talking about their love situation. Sir.
Okay, well, make your prediction for the season, ma'am.
Yes. So on the docket, I'm putting up 2.
Oh gosh.
Either gonna be what's his name? Tech.
Teak.
Big
Tweak.
And
Big tweak.
Big Teak. Oh, he big, all right.
Big Teak.
Yeah, he big. Big Teak and Lil Murder.
What?
But Miss K just said something. Yeah, I mean, it might happen. He might be a casual.
I don't want it to be Little Murder.
I don't want it
neither.
to. I will be really, really sad, but he might be.
Every
I believe
female
somebody
gonna
gonna
be
get
mad.
shot. Somebody else gonna get shot though.
It could be, but if like Miss K said, as far as like a big death prediction, I'm putting them 2. I can see Miss Ernestine dying just because they got to kill somebody off, so let's just use her. But I'm just saying for right now, like big death predictions, those 2.
Okay. And Miss K, shout out to Virgin Love B $5. We ain't let Loretta go from the paint.
Yeah,
I hope not.
I
hope not, because she funny. She is funny. I love her in this role, and I don't want to see her go.
She's so diverse. Oh my God, she's amazing.
So Miss K, who you got? Who you got for your 2 death predictions?
Sorry.
I have Miss Ernestine.
No.
Yeah. I have Miss Ernestine, and how many can we get?
2.
Aw. All right. Since you took Teak, Monique.
She did.
We can have the same one.
So yeah, I know, but we try to flip. We try to make it a little.
But go with what you genuinely think and feel.
Well, I already had a death prediction from before. I don't want to reuse the ones that I had.
Okay. I know which one you had.
Look at her over there hedging bets. Miss K thinks she's slick over there hedging bets.
It's okay. You know what? Fine. Because if something happened and I don't name who I've already named, I can say I already did that. So I'm gonna get somebody new. So I shouldn't even put Miss Ernestine, but I'm sticking with Miss Ernestine, and I don't want to say Lil Murder, but you said him already.
Yeah, but say it if that's what you feel.
I'm gonna go with Mississippi.
Girl, all right, Miss K. I try to give you a chance, girl. There could be 2 winners up here.
It don't matter. Just had to throw it out there.
You just want a wild card.
Moochella.
I did say Ernestine. I think she's gonna die. We talked about that already, but I could see Derek getting killed too. I want him to die.
True.
That's who I was gonna say, but I'm gonna come up with somebody else.
I want Derek to die.
I don't count him as like a big,
I'm sorry. I think he gonna come after that $300 was spent, and she sent the call the voicemail.
You're right.
No, he's a wild cannon. He's a loose cannon too, and I think him and Big T gonna get into it.
We see.
I hope they get into it. They kill each other.
There's gonna be a confrontation. Next week with what's the name? Mississippi and what's the girl's name? Keyshawn. And yeah. So we shall see.
Virgin Love said, "I said rule number 22.22. She ain't going."
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have had just too much fun serving y'all tonight. We got up to 550 people on a Monday night, man. I appreciate y'all. We've got their predictions. You see that? I keep my records. Monique, Miss K, Moochella. Got y'all down right here because we're going to be squatting up when this thing is over with.
Oh, can I see it again? I didn't see. Can I see it one more time?
Ooh,
Okay.
Miss Ernest.
All right.
I don't want to be the winner for Miss Ernestine. I don't want her to die, but I feel like
ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. I do have a podcast, and this live, in case y'all enjoyed just how crazy we went, will be on the podcast by tomorrow, and I will get my trailer breakdown tomorrow. I'm honestly trying to get my schedule together for the Shy. I was not going to touch the Shy, but my wife said, Lamont, you haven't been giving me a hard time with your people on YouTube, and I want to do the Shy. And I said, okay, I love to give you a hard time. I can give you all the hard time.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and glaze that donut.
Hey, No, you know what, Moochie? Because of you, I'm going to put Mjolnir away, and I'm going to bring out Stormbreaker. I'm going to have Stormbreaker the whole week now, just because of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, check out the podcast. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Follow these ladies. They're all in my video description. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, which is probably going to be tomorrow. I might drop one on Wednesday, and then I'll be back Thursday live. We'll see you.
Love y'all.
Peace. Bye, guys.
Peace.